You're watching the Wellness Hour, news that makes you healthier. I'm Randy Alvarez. Today's topic, how small improvements made to your smile could make a big difference in not only how you feel about yourself, but how others perceive you. With us, we have an expert on this topic. We've had him on the program before, Dr. Don Brown. Dr. Brown, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Randy. How are you?
Good.
Nice to be back.
You know, we've had this discussion in the green room that people with bad teeth like this on the before are discriminated against. Like you think they don't have money, or they're not smart, or they're not clean.
I believe that. And I don't think it's true, but I do believe in general, if a service guy comes to the house and he's missing a teeth and a couple others, you know, people have a lot of other things going on, car payments, you know, alimony payments, house payments. I mean, a lot of times teeth take a back step. It's not that they don't want to do it, and that's what I'm trying to get across, maybe that we have things that we can stage for you. We can help you get to a nice smile.
So small little things.
You know, treatment plan over a year or two even. Some of these big cases, they have to be done all together. But you can treatment plan. You can do a section at a time. I mean, if you want a section, if 4 or 6 teeth makes a huge difference, you can do it over a couple of years.
Now, we're out of time, by the way, so we're going to have to jam through as many photos as you can.
Well, let's talk about discrimination one more.
Okay.
Because this one, I think, is a dramatic one. This young lady was my nurse, my doctor's office nurse, and if you look at the pictures, you know, you think, okay, could I have her as a receptionist in my office? I could not. In fact, I've had people come in with teeth like that, and I've had to fix them for them before we could hire them. I wanted to hire them, and they had to consent to getting their teeth fixed. So, and this again points out with the top picture,
Beautiful.
you see the discoloration of her teeth. She's taking my blood. I said, you know, we're done. I don't want you to start shaking on this, but when you get that needle out, let's talk a little bit. And so she came down, and we started talking, and on the top picture, we talked about people actually emotionally letting loose in the office when they see it. And I keep thinking, imagine this young lady as a 17-year-old in high school with those teeth. And that's just a genetic deal, the discoloration and malformation of the teeth. So in the second photo, you can see in 4 hours, that's what her teeth look like. And when she held up a mirror, I mean, she just started crying. I mean, it was...
So one afternoon, bad teeth to nice looking teeth.
That's the way she left. Actually, that was the next day. That was the next day, because I see her lips glossed up. And then the bottom one was the final, and you can see the before and after at the bottom. I mean, how much nicer she looks. Look at the smile. I mean,
yes.
She goes for a job. Which one are you going to hire?
Yeah.
I mean, if
she looks healthy and positive.
If we are looking for qualified people, and you always are, if I see 2 people come in of equal qualifications, I want the one that reflects a crisp, clean, pleasing dental smile. It's just it's the way it's got to be. Well, here's another patient I love to death. Her name is also Jan, and she and her husband were both retired school teachers, and she had just gotten the bridges done. On that picture, you see very yellow new bridges, and she wanted the front 4 to match, and I said, you sure you want to match that color? And I got a shade guide out for her, and I showed her what she had, and I showed her what she could have. And she said, God, we just got those done. I said, in this particular case, I knew the teeth were healthy. I assumed the dentist had done them. I could take the bridges off. I could save some time that way. So I did give him a better fee for that. And we did the whole upper in that beautiful color. And look at the difference in before and after.
Very nice.
I mean, the husband, many times the spouse is happier than the person who gets it. We have a nice big lounge chair back there, and they can come sit with the temporaries, and they can see and get all excited. It's really fun. That's the favorite part of the appointment for me, is putting the temporaries, training them, bringing in the spouse, because I know they're going to love them. One of the people that you know and from the desert, we were fortunate enough to meet, Anne Rice, the author, came in. And
I never met her, but Anne Rice wrote Interview with a Vampire.
Well,
right?
She's had several series of books, and I think the Vampire series is, and she had a movie made.
So with her, she had a pretty good smile, but what, the teeth couldn't you just whiten them?
Well, if you look at her smile, you'll see some things. She had the buccal corridor deficiency here. It's kind of sunken in. She also had, if you'll notice, the upper teeth were reversed to the lip line of the lower. So she wanted to get that matching. And we went through the same thing with the wax-ups. We had her before, and then we had our idea of what we thought she would like based on our conversations. And so she agreed. We might have made some minor changes. We frequently do. And the bleaching would have helped her, but it wouldn't have helped the smile line. It wouldn't have helped the way these teeth weren't lined up really nicely. And she's in the public eye on TV all the time. And so that's what we have. You notice on the finals, we got good color. Tissue health is beautiful. And Yes, the smile line's perfect. Look at those incisors and the way it matches.
I noticed, by the way, they were like flat.
Right.
Is that just going to happen to everybody? I mean, with age,
A lot of it, I think a lot of it is,
flat?
a lot of it's the bite, the way the bite was set up. You might grind your teeth, and we could talk to that about a couple of hours.
You could bore us for hours on that.
I could definitely
But the
bore
way
you
the
for
teeth
hours.
come
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
We're out of time, Dr. Brown, and thank you for coming back on the show. Final message, though, somebody watching this, they don't like their smile, but maybe they're afraid. I know you're big on sedation, but they're afraid, or whatever.
Right.
What do you say to them? Where do they start?
Well, I'd grab their car keys, and we'll invite them to come on in and let's talk. We'll get a time when we are not rushed, and they can sit there. We can talk with them, and do something about it. I mean, there are solutions out there, and I guess the worst thing about not doing is not knowing what can be done and not knowing what it would cost. There's a time frame, like I mentioned before. You can face treatment. Certain treatments you can face, and some you can't. So some of these things we can make big difference with just bonded fillings. I mean, you don't have to do all porcelains here. So it's just not enough time to talk about all the options, but that's what we do when we treat a patient and see them, show them the photos. I've got pictures of things I've done with just filling material.
Good.
Won't last as long, might stain a little bit easier, but it's fast and it gives you big improvements quickly.
I want to thank you for coming on the show. Always a pleasure.
Thank you, Randy.
Dr.
It's
Brown.
always good
a
to see
pleasure.
you.
Good stuff. And will this be on your website? They can look at some
I
of your
think
before and
every one of
afters?
those is on the website. There's about 100 on the website. So
Okay, good. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
You've been watching The Wellness Hour. I'm Randy Alvarez for now. I wish you good health.
Thanks for watching The Wellness Hour, the leader in medical news with your host, Randy Alvarez, the authority on health issues.